Hey guys, it's Jago. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to just be doing a quick guide on how to do the first mechanic of Thordan, Strength of the Ward, or the first trio as a lot of people are calling it in Party Finder. The first thing we're going to need to take a look at when we're doing this mechanic is how the markers are set up. I've seen these set up two different ways, either all numbers on one side, all letters on another side, or color matching. As you can see in the video, here we have color matching. We have red, red. This will be red here, and then purple, purple. And then we would have the blue and yellow on the other side. So we're going to use color relative as how we're going to sort this stuff out here in the video for the sake of the video. So let's go ahead and take a look at the fight. And I'd like to apologize. I know the quality's not great. I wasn't recording. This is from my Twitch stream. As you can see, he's casting Strength of the Ward, and the knights are going to leave the arena. Now we want to split up into the groups we've divided for colors and numbers. And before we get into this mechanic, guys, it's a really good idea to have your group set up some pre-positions here, and I'll show you exactly what those should look like. We're going to set up markers when we get into the instance in a triangle pattern, like so. And this is basically just going to show where each party member is going to stand for the lightning spreads that are going to happen inside these safe spots. Okay, so we kind of want to know what our spread positions are going to be before we get to that point of the mechanic. That's why I stopped to talk about it right now. But let's go ahead and figure out how to determine where the safe spots are, and then we'll get into spreads. So what we're going to do is we're going to pre-position over here towards our markers. As you can see, our group is doing red and purple. That's how we know where to go. And there's a very easy way to tell if you're going to be in a safe spot. So all these knights that are positioned outside the arena are going to do a dash straight through. So how we have this set up is you should be able to tell by looking at the marker you're standing on and the one straight across. If they are both empty, if both markers are empty, then you know you're going to be safe from the dashes. Okay, then we're going to want to do those spread positions we had talked about earlier, as so. And you guys will see that. I'm going to go ahead and play the video so you can check it out. We found our safe spot. Then we're going to go ahead and let those lightnings resolve. As you can see there, there's a giant circle AoE, and there is not a lot of wiggle room there. So the point that I know to position these for is the healer, or the person in the middle, is always going to go to this little marker right here. There's these little triangle markers all over the outside of the arena at each marker. That's how we know where to place our markers, and that's also how we're going to know to identify the safe spot here. And then the others spread out accordingly. You can count these little lines in between, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They're both standing on the 5th line away from the middle one. If you need to, that's how you'll know your safe spot. Now, the next part of this mechanic we need to worry about is going to be the earthquakes that come out. There's a red ring that will appear in the arena so you guys can see where it's going to start, and after that it'll just ripple out from there. So we want to make sure we don't get hit by that. So we saw that ring. We're going to move inside the ring here, and then we're going to stack up because, again, we're going to have another Cleave Bait come out of Thordan like we had in the beginning. So we're going to want to kind of stand in a straight line here and then move to the sides out of the way of the cleave once that goes off. Also, a tip, if you're too close to Thordan in the middle there when he does the sword, you're going to die regardless of if you're in the cleave or not. Now, the next part of this mechanic is pretty simple. There's the red circle, by the way, guys. I brought the video back so you could see that. There's the red circle showing where that earthquake AoE is going to start. This can start anywhere, by the way. It doesn't necessarily have to start right there. So it could potentially be far from you, and it could potentially be close to you. So make sure to be careful about how you're timing your movement in there, because we want to make sure that we can move to the side to get out of that cleave that we have to bait as well too. And we don't want to be too deep out into it once it goes off, or we're not going to dodge it, right? So we're going to want to keep an eye out for that. Alright, the next part of this mechanic is very simple. As you can see, we have 3 players with eyes above their head. These players are going to get dive bombs on them from Knights of the Round. As you can see, there's also these big puddles pulling up all over the arena. These are going to grow and just leave a few safe spots. The safe spots are going to be on these outside edges of the arena on these markers, as you can see. And there's going to be a few different things that we're going to have to deal with during this mechanic. Now, if you're a person that gets a dive bomb above your head, you need to go to any safe spot that's away from Thordan. Okay, so we're going to need to identify where Thordan's at on the arena. Make sure all the dive bombs are going away from Thordan. Alright, so as we can see, let's go ahead and move it up just a little bit here. As you can see, we have Thordan on this side over here. So what's going to happen is all the party members that don't have the blue dive bombs above their head are going to stack right here on this marker, very tight, right in front of Thordan, right in front of the little crystal there. That's really important because these two knights here, as you can see, have tethers coming off of them, and the tanks need to take these tethers and put them right here on the edges of these safe spots away from the party. So we want to make sure we're stacked super tight and we're not going to interfere with those as well. Once those mechanics resolve, we're just going to move forward into our towers. It's pretty obvious which tower you're supposed to take, and you'll see here how this is resolved. Now, the players that took the tethers, the tanks here, are absolutely not going to take the towers. So the players that were stacked here are going to move forward into the 3 towers that were closer here at the beginning. And that's it, guys. You just finished the first trio, and you're well on your way to seeing a Thordan Enrage. I hope this video helped you guys out, and if you liked it, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. It really helps me out, and check me out on Twitch and Discord, too. Thanks for watching, guys, and good luck in Dragonsong.